Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Linda Wilson, and I have the pleasure of talking with one of my recent graduates from Learn to Transcribe Academy's course, the legal transcription, Kofi Borsah. Hi, Kofi.
Hey, hello.
And did I pronounce your last name correctly?
Yeah, Borsah. Yeah, you did.
Uh, okay, well, Kofi, I want you to tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and where you live now and that kind of thing, and just some of your background and kind of work history and everything. So go right ahead.
Okay. Hey, everyone. My name is Kofi Borsah. I'm from West Africa, and Ghana is the country that I'm from. Um, I work at the United States Post Office. Actually, immigrated here to the United States in 2011, and then that same year, I started working at the post office. So I worked as a window clerk at the post office, and at the beginning it was kind of hard at the beginning because I had to deal one with my accent. It was a British accent, and then my tensor structure was different than the American English. So as a window clerk in the beginning, it was kind of hard because people were finding it hard to understand me. Sometimes customers come up to the window, and then we might be saying the same thing, but the way I'm putting my tenses and the way they are putting theirs is kind of different, finding it hard to understand me. So that barrier was there, and started working on that. And then also it came to the money. When it comes to the notes, I know a $20 bill, I know a $10 bill, you know. But when it comes to the coins, it was hard for me because after they purchase something and then I'm giving them the change, they go like, hey, give me a quarter, give me a dime, give me a nickel. I'm like, what is that? What is dime? What is nickel? Oh, that's 10, that's 20 coin, 10 coin, 5 coin, things like that. And it was hard. So actually my supervisor on the window saw that. So she put me aside. It's like, hey, are you getting difficult with the money? I'm like, yeah, the coins. And they kind of make it hard. They tell me a dollar, they tell me a nickel, dime, and I don't know. So, oh, that's 10 cents, 5 cents, things like that. So she actually bought me a toy from I think a dollar store or something like that. And she brought it to me and she's like, hey, take this toy, like the thing that the kids use to know money. So she gave me that, and then she wrote some change stuff on a piece of paper, like $20 bill minus $10 bill. You get a change of 75 cents, $1, 30 cents, things like that. So go home and practice. So I go home, I did that, I practiced a lot with that, and then that became okay for me. So I was good with that. And then when it comes to, sometimes after the window, you have to go to the back office to clean up and work. And sometimes you go in early to prepare, for the customers. And that also was another thing because the zones had all numbers. I have to memorize all those numbers. And then on the window, you have to know certified mail, registered mail, priority mail, all that. And I was new to all that. I didn't have any idea how that worked. But I kind of picked up fast. I kind of learned a lot, and then it pretty much worked out. So basically, that's the work history. I'm still working at the post office, and now it's like a piece of cake. I kind of know everything.
You got a fast education there, didn't you?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was fast. Yeah, and then the window clerk job, you have to write an exam. First, you go take an exam at a location, and after interview, when they select you and you start working, you have to do training, learn. They give you a book. You have to learn that. And then the book will tell you about the certified mail and all that. And in that book, after training for like a week or two, you take an exam also at the post office, a computer exam. If you take that, it's on a computer. If you take it and you fail, they'll let you go. After the job, the interview, and everything at the post office, you take the exam and you fail, they'll let you go.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but
you came over to this country and you got your green card, but you're now an American citizen. Is that right?
That's right.
And
That's
where
right.
do you live now?
I live in Tucson, Arizona, with my
Tucson,
wife.
Arizona.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tucson, Arizona. Yeah, with my
Okay.
wife and 3 boys.
A wife and 3 boys. Okay.
Yes.
So your plan is to keep your job at the post office because that's supporting your family, of course.
Yeah,
And then
that's right.
nights and weekends you would be available to transcribe. And you're also off every Monday.
That's correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
You work
Exactly. But
Tuesday through Saturday,
yeah, Tuesday to
off on
Saturday.
Sundays and Mondays. Okay. Well, Kofi, you did really well in the course, and you're one of those people. You do almost, well, I don't want to say perfect because nobody's perfect, but really well with the written English. It's just the spoken English. You have that accent, and that makes people a little hard to understand you, even me.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
understand 90% of what you're saying, but occasionally you'll get a little ahead of me and I'm thinking, what did he say? But that doesn't translate over in the written. It's really good. And I can tell you went to schools wherever your country you were from, you learned English. And you told me earlier you learned the British English. And
Yeah.
so you had to do a little switch over with the spellings from the British over to the American.
That's
And
correct.
that was easy enough to do for you, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was easy enough. Yeah.
Well, what did you think about the transcription course that you took from me? Just
Uh,
whatever you want to
the,
say about it.
yeah. The language transcription course from, from you, Linda. It's a great course. To me, it's very great. It's not crazy expensive, and it's a short course, and you get a hands-on. So when I first started doing the course, and then we were doing it and going on, and then you were mentioning colloquy and all that thing I was learning. I'm like, what is that? Will I be able to do it? Actually, I was kind of scared because I'm like, will I be able to do it? And then, and then the learn to transcript course is good. It's really good because it has a lot of information that you have to learn and grasp. So if the structure of the course isn't so good, you wouldn't be able to get it within a short period of time. Like if you are really like 4 months, 5 months, within like the 5 or 6 months, you are good to start working. But you learn a lot of things, especially the punctuations and one thing that caught me to was macro. I know Excel and I know that, macros are in Excel. I've used macros in Excel, but I didn't know that Windows had a macro.
You mean
So
Word?
Yeah, Word, yeah, Microsoft Word
Right.
had macro. So
And
when you mentioned,
did you go through and learn a lot of the macros inside my course?
yes, yes, yes.
Did you find they were very helpful to you?
Oh, it was very handy. It was very handy. It was very
Speed
handy.
you
I didn't know
up.
that. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It was very handy because I didn't know that Word had a macro. And when you were like, oh, Microsoft Word, there's a macro, and you were teaching, I'm like, it has a macro. Oh, it's right there. I'm like, oh, I've used Word a long time, but it never occurred to me that
Yeah, you bring
there
a
was
good
macro.
point up that actually the Word program has a lot of features to it that a lot of people don't know. They only use maybe 5% of the program, just enough
Oh
to
yeah,
kind of do the basics, and they just never train any further or get off into any intermediate or advanced uh, anything in that program. And that's
that's good.
true with a lot of programs. People just don't take the time to go any further. And so in this course, what I do is I show you a lot of that kind of stuff.
Oh
And
yeah,
we go through the Word program to see the features and what it'll do for you and how you can use those that you wouldn't ordinarily learn anywhere else. You're not going to be able to go find that on a YouTube somewhere. I wouldn't
That's
think.
right.
Well, maybe a
Oh
few
yeah.
things, but getting off into how we can take the word program and customize it for litigation transcription. That's what I was trying to do in the course. That's what I've done, and you recognize that, you saw that, and
Oh
you
yeah. Oh yeah.
utilized it.
Oh yeah.
So
It
that's
helped a
good.
lot.
Yeah.
It helped a
Well,
lot.
well, I'm glad you brought that up. That's good because this type of work is technology based. You got to know technology, learn it, be willing to learn it, and embrace it, and
Oh
not get
yes.
left behind because technology, as you know, is constantly changing all the time. Always something new coming out or changing here and changing there. And we just have to keep up,
That's true. That's
you
true.
know.
And it really helped. It really
Yeah.
helped. It did me good because I was like, oh
Yeah.
man.
Well, you caught on really fast and well. I was impressed with your work. And so you just told me before we started the interview that you've already gotten some work, and I sent you over to somebody, and they actually, the lady was your first contact before you met me. You met her first, and
That's right.
then she referred you over to my training, and now you're went back with her to get started, and you've already turned your first project in.
That's
And
correct.
so I'm so proud of you. That's great.
Oh
So
yeah. I was
we're
happy.
gonna try to find some work here in the United States where you can do it part time because you do have your full time job and your family to support,
That's right.
you know. So I'm going to start working on that and trying to
Thank you.
find you some more work. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Well, anything else
Yeah.
you say, go right ahead.
Yeah. To me, the course is great. That I'm telling everybody to, if you really like it, it's good. It's not, like I say, it's not like crazy expensive. It's affordable. And then when you start working, like you said during the course, you just make your money back like within a month or sometimes less. Yeah. So it's great. And then I love doing it. The course structure is hands-on. If you really want to learn it, you'll be able to catch it.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to punctuation, I thought I knew English. I thought my punctuation and everything was good, but man, no.
You just didn't know it till I got a hold of you, right?
Oh yeah. My punctuation was kind of hard problems with my comments. And
Yeah.
then it was kind of hard. So
Everybody, that's
yeah,
almost everybody's biggest
yes.
problem for those commas,
Oh yeah.
not
So I have to go
knowing
back
when to
and
put them, where to put them, where not to
oh
put them.
yeah.
And
Oh
but
yeah.
once you kind of catch on and it clicks and it starts clicking with you, then you remember it and you don't keep making that same mistake over and over. And that's what we do in there is we focus on, let's get this one learned really well, and then you'll have that and then move to something else, like that. So, well, Kofi, thank you so much for your time today. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think I'm good now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've started working and like you said, you finish it, you get a job. So yeah, it's good.
Well, great. Well, excuse me for coughing. I didn't mean to, but
It's okay.
it's that time of year and we've got these allergies, you know how that goes. So I'll be talking with you and you stay in touch with me, okay?
Of course I will. I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Kofi. Okay. Bye.
Thanks.